hip hop, hip hop,
Yeah,
hip hop, hip
bars
hop,
is back.
hip hop,
Sam
hip
and
hop,
oh
hip
God,
hop,
what's
hip
up with you?
hop.
I done watched them niggas do interview after interview. They not culture vultures, the culture something they been into. So if you never gave them a view, I recommend you do. Cause when they question guests, they message is not subliminal. It don't matter.
Now, Dwayne Wayne, iconic figure. How did you take the success of that, and how did you feel afterwards when the show was canceled?
Um, I was, in the beginning, it was a great, fantastic opportunity. By the end, I was ready to go. Like, I thought this show is a show that should never end. This is a show that should run as long as Soul Train. Like they should every 4 years bring in new freshmen and
Mm.
and keep it going and keep talking about the things that are happening right now. So after 4 years, I thought I should graduate, right? Like, shouldn't I? Ain't it time to graduate? How long you spend in college? Like,
Yeah.
let's go, let's move on. But it went 6 years, and I still kept thinking, well, just the show doesn't have to end. Let me and old girl go off to Japan, and everybody kind of graduates and move on, and just bring in a new crop and keep the same energy going. Keep talking about stuff. Keep raising awareness. It seemed like a blueprint. But that didn't happen. And then I was kind of, when it was over, I was all right for me, but I was just kind of sad for the people that like BET didn't say, yeah, you know what, we done with the rap videos. We're gonna put this. We're gonna keep this show going. We're gonna, bring it to our network. Get it from NBC and put it on our network and be about people. I thought that was like a slam dunk. Like, yo, why don't they just come in, swoop in, since we are officially dead over here, and just take it or acquire it and then start it over here, and then give and keep on giving back. It just seemed like that was too easy. Like, yeah, it doesn't have to end. For me, it might have to end. For sure, and for Jazz and Cree, maybe for us it has to end, but not for the viewers. So that kind of was the only kind of feelings I had at that point when it was over. Like, it should have went on. I was glad that it was over for me, but I thought the show should have lived on.
I mean, when you bring it in that perspective, you're talking about like that could have been like a Grey's Anatomy now, or one of those shows where it just kind of the storyline continued and continued.
Never stops. Yeah. There's
But
always going to be sick people, so there's always going to be need for a hospital. There's
right,
always going to be schools, so there's always going to be need for kids in school to be talking. There's always going to be something going on in the world, so why can't we just continually have new voices and new characters addressing this shit? Because it'll inspire people. And it's really wild to think that maybe that's the reason it's
yeah.
not on,
So I ask
because
you that.
it'll inspire people. And that's sinister. And that ain't got nothing to do with old Bill. That's on some way higher level shit. Like,
Mm-hmm.
why wouldn't you? You saw what it did for college enrollment. You saw what the Times was booming. Why wouldn't you not go back to it, but just get that pot stirred up again and give these kids some inspiration who need it if they struggling in this city or that city, or if there's too much of a void of something. Put it on TV. Everybody watches fucking TV. Put it on TV and show them a light, and you'll probably get better results than you hope for.
That
Because
might,
I wasn't trying to get no results with A Different World, and it blew up. Like, we weren't trying to. We didn't go into this thinking we're gonna pump up black colleges and we're gonna get enrollment change. We're gonna change the world with it. Nah, we was just trying to do a good show and address some topics, and then that other stuff happened organically, and it could easily happen organically now, I think.
Now, you guys had thoughts of, trying to do something, but you had issues if you were to do that as far as copyright, kind of taking a cast and doing like your own thing. But you guys, can you talk about having problems, with that, with copyright issues?
we don't own the show. We don't own any of the names, the characters. So we could go off and do, you know, an alternate place and not call it a different world and change the character names and do stuff. But it seems like everyone is really fiending for that brand. And back then, it didn't seem like branding was a thing. And then all of a sudden, in the last decade or so, it's all about the brand. So there's a different world brand. And why is it dormant? Um, yeah, but the owners do not want to release. They will not give us free.
Huh.
Because it would be easy to say, hey, you know what? We see all these T-shirts being made and these, what is it, the board games and card games being made, and that's unlicensed. We give y'all a license, and since y'all, are the keepers of the culture for a different world, we'll give y'all a license, and y'all can go out and do some officially licensed shit. We ain't gonna crush the little man making his T-shirts on the side, but let's give him some officially licensed shit. Nah, not interested.
Hmm.
All right, well, let us take the show and go and do it with some new writers. Nah, not interested. All right, then forget it. I'm moving on.
Damn. I think that if that would have went the way you said it would have went in a been different world would have went down as the greatest TV sitcom of all time.
And I don't want to blame, but I just shake my head. I scratch my head looking at BET like, yo, did anybody even say this in there when y'all was doing just? Fuck, they had like 10 hours a day of music videos. I was like, it's like this black entertainment television.
Mhm.
How come? How come we ain't got? How come y'all ain't at least go at NBC and be like, yo, can we get this? Can we talk to y'all about this? Can we have a discussion? Because we'd like to see if we could flip something right here. And that's two conglomerates coming together. So, when the little dude down here, the cast member say, yo, can we get that? They can look down on you and say, no. But when you got a heavyweight, another conglomerate coming at you, maybe you have a different attitude. Well, what you gonna give us? Okay, well now we can talk deals, and then maybe they figure out a way to work something out so that okay, we'll give you the rights to go on and redo up a different world, and you give us blah blah blah, or you let us, or you pay us on some returns, but just keep it going if that's important to y'all. Seemed like a slam dunk, son.
Yeah. Another